Hey guys, this is Chris Brantley. Since I had such a good response with my last video, I figured I would make another one this week and go over the types of angles with you. I went ahead and I made this little drawing. If you go ahead and make it yourself, it'll actually help you out quite a bit. You'll notice we've got two parallel lines and then a line that goes through it and intersects. That's called your transversal line. And you'll see that inside the parallel you've got your interior angles, and outside the parallel you've got your exteriors. So pretty self-explanatory. Now I've got them color-coded because it's going to show you how they relate. So first off, you've got vertical angles. Vertical angles are going to be equal to themselves, and they're the ones that are directly across from each other, like 1 and 4 here and 2 and 3 here, likewise down here. And you've also got alternate interior angles. So when you go on your interior, you go alternate or opposite of the transversal line, so like 3 and 6 or 5 and 4, those are also equal. Now next you've got alternate exterior, so you go to your exterior, like 1 here, opposite side of the transversal line is 8. So basically you think of it like a mirror. And then you've got 2 and 7, those are going to be your alternate exterior angles. And then on top of that you've got corresponding angles, which are also equal. So there's a lot of checks and balances that go into helping you figure things out. Corresponding angles are going to be angles like 1 and 5 here. 1 and 5. You can see that if you took this and this as separate lines and just took that middle out, they'd be the exact same thing. So 5 and 1, 8 and 4, 7 and 3, 6 and 2. So it's just a pretty easy way to think about it. What I'm going to go over real quick is just, actually, complementary angles is more for your right angles, but we'll be focusing on supplementary angles when we're doing this. I'm going to do a real quick example with you. This one here, we'll say that we know that one of the angles here is 20 degrees. So just going off that, we can get every single other angle. So we know that vertical angles are going to be equal. So 20 degrees is going to be the measurement of angle 2. So we can go ahead and put that there. 20 degrees. We already got one answer. Bam. So that's done. Now, we also know that corresponding angles are going to be equal. So we already know 2, so we can say that the corresponding angle 6 is also equal. Right there. Bam. Half the work's done. Then we just go back to the vertical angle that we already did. So 6 and 5 are going to be equal, just like 20. So now we've basically covered all of the ones that we knew. Now it's pretty easy to figure out the other side because we know that a supplemental angle on a straight angle has to equal 180. So we would just take 20 degrees out of 180, and that's 160 degrees. So we know that angle 1 is 160. Bam. Vertical angle 3, 160 as well. Bam. Corresponding 4, 160. And last but not least, 7 is a vertical angle of 4. So, you guessed it, 160 degrees. So that was a pretty easy way to do that one when you've got a known angle. Now what do you do if you have an unknown angle? Like here. We have angle x, and we've got angle 10x plus 10. Now, obviously we're going to run the same way, but we have to get the angles known first. So first off, you're just going to solve for x. So we've got angle x and angle 10x plus 10. Now, like we talked about up here, we know that on a straight angle it has to be 180 degrees, and these are supplemental angles. So we would write, pardon my left-handedness, it's never been good for showing things, 180 degrees, if the camera would get in focus, 180 degrees equals x, angle x, plus angle 10x plus 10. Just like that. So we just break it down, basic algebra. We'll add the x's together, we'll have 11x plus 10. Perfect. Okay, then we would subtract 10 from each side. Got 170 degrees equals 11x. And then we just divide 11 out of each side. Now, 170 divided by 11 is 15.5 4,5 repeating, so we'll just cut it off at 4,5 degrees. So that's going to be your X angle. So now we can go back up here and we can say angle X, you're 15.45 degrees. So we know that one, so we can say that angle 2 is 15.45. We can say that the corresponding angle 5, angle X and angle 5 are corresponding, so 5 is going to be 15.45 degrees as well. And we can say that the vertical angle of 5, angle 6, is also 15.45 degrees. So then, all we have to do is the same thing. We would just plug our equation in. So 10x plus 10, we know that x is 15.45, which means that 10x is going to be 154.5 degrees. So we've got that. Plus 10 is going to be 164.5 degrees. So now we know our 10x plus 10 angle is 164 plus 5. 15.45, 164.5 degrees. So then, same as before, we know the vertical angle 3 is equal, 164.5. We know that the corresponding angle 4 is equal, 164.5. And we know that the vertical angle of that, 7, is also equal. So that's all you really have to do when you're trying to figure out the angles in one of these problems. I've got a couple others that we could go over if anybody needs any help with anything. So other than that, hope this one was as helpful as last week, and thanks.